Following the concerns that were raised by Ukraine and its allies, US President Donald Trump said that his plan to end Russia-Ukraine war is not a final offer for Kyiv. And this comes after European state heads cited the proposed border changes and an army cap on Ukrainian side as part of the plan. President Volodymyr Zelensky had previously warned Ukraine faced one of the most difficult moments in history over US pressure to accept the plan. Trump on Saturday said that it was not his final offer, but added that he needed to end the war one way or another.
No, not my plan. No, we'd like to get to peace. It should have happened a long time ago. The Ukraine war with Russia should have never happened. If I were president, it never would have happened. We're trying to get it ended. One way or the other, we have to get it ended. So, well, then he can continue. Then he can continue to fight his little heart out.
Earlier, Trump had given Ukraine until November 27th to approve the plan to end the conflict. But Ukrainian and US envoys are set to meet in Switzerland along with E3 security chiefs, an informal alliance between UK, France and Germany. They will discuss the peace formula, currently facing a pushback from Zelensky, who termed it favorable to some of Moscow's hardline demands. Well, Zelensky said that he has appointed a delegation to discuss the peace plan with US Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, who will be taking part in talks in Geneva. The discussions around Russia-Ukraine conflict continued at the G20 summit as a joint statement signed by 11 countries at Johannesburg read that the 28-point peace plan would require additional work and raised concerns about limitations on Ukraine's armed forces and the territory swap. Moreover, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer met with Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney. The two leaders briefly exchanged views on advancing the Ukraine peace process. French President Emmanuel Macron said that he welcomed US peace efforts and accused Russia of starting the war. He added that Moscow had refused to take all previous ceasefire proposals.
Now we just have one problem, and our problem is not the US on this negotiation at this point. Our unique problem, all of us, is Russia, which started this war. We refused to take the ceasefire proposals in February, March, July, August, etc., and didn't provide any guidance if they are okay just to have a ceasefire now. And look at the humanitarian situation in Ukraine, not just in the east, but everywhere. Look at the situation of the infrastructure of energy and so on. Look at the civilian casualties. I mean, this is a necessity to stop the Russians. There is one aggressor and one victim. Full stop.
Meanwhile, 31 Ukrainians returned home from Belarus on Saturday as a result of the agreements reached between US President Donald Trump and the Belarusians. Now, Trump this month had named a special envoy to Belarus and asked him with negotiating further releases. According to the Belarusian state news agency Belta, President Alexander Lukashenko pardoned 31 Ukrainian citizens convicted of criminal offenses on the territory of Belarus.
The Belarusian side has reached an agreement to return 31 civilians. We are very grateful to the United States of America, particularly to President Donald Trump and his special representative in Belarus, John Kellogg,